Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be planting up this huge bowl container that's going to sit right in our entryway to greet our guests as they come to our house. Now this is the last annual container we're going to be planting this year. It is quite late in the season. So we're going to get this together so that we'll have something big and beautiful to greet our guests. Now if you've been following us for a bit, you saw us plant this up last fall. We put big beautiful heuchera in here, and there was another green heuchera, and then we had some rudbeckia, some violas, and most of that actually wintered over, and we got to enjoy it for most of the spring. The rudbeckia, they kind of went when we got the first frost, but the violas kind of rebounded, and as you can see, the heuchera loved it here. So we took the green heuchera that was in here. That one was a dressed up ball gown, which is brand new for this year. We popped it out, and we're gonna put that in some shade. Now that we're getting into the summertime, it was starting to burn out, so that's something we have to be careful with here in the south. Our bright-leaved heucheras really have to go in the shade. This one, however, loves it. So I'm going to be leaving this in here. I'm probably going to pop it out and adjust it just a little bit. And then I won't be refreshing the soil because we did just fill this up with fresh soil last fall. So I think we should be good to go there. And then we're going to be planting some beautiful annuals to complement our front border. So why don't we get started? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Felcos and I'm just going to go in here and prune back some of these spent blooms on the heuchera. As you can see, there are some in here that are still going for it, so we're going to leave those for the time being. But when you have these, see this here, this little dead stem, I can go right in and just snip it off. And even if you cut some of the foliage, that's okay. It's not going to hurt the plant. But it does clean it up and make it look a little bit more shapely. So I'm going to fluff up this soil in here just a little bit, and let's go ahead and see if we can adjust this heuchera. Wow, she's really rooted in. Okay, maybe we'll just leave her where she is. So I'm going to put some Osmocote slow release fertilizer in here so that our annuals will have some nice food. Mix that in. Okay. And now we can start planting this container. So whenever you're doing container planting, you want to have a thriller, a filler, and a spiller. So today, our thriller, which will give us some height here in the back, is the gorgeous Skyrocket Pennisetum. Now this is sort of similar if you've grown purple fountain grass before. However, the foliage on this, or the grassy texture, is green with white variegation. It's really pretty, and it has soft white plumes that come out. So I'm going to put this here in the back because, like I said, it's going to be our thriller, and it is going to get quite tall. And I'll probably have to come back in here with some fill dirt. Next, we've got one of our fillers. This is the Artist Blue Ageratum. Now, if you saw us planting our annual border a couple weeks ago, we have this up there. So this is going to tie in really nicely, of course. Bring everything together. And I am going to leave these root balls up a little bit so that I can come in with some fill dirt. Up next, we've got Diamond Snow Euphorbia. Now look at that. This is going to be a nice airy texture that's going to allow our eyes to rest. We find that white really helps to settle flower arrangements or places in your garden, so I think this is going to be a really nice resting spot for the container. Now, if you've grown any of the Diamond series before, this is not going to get crazy big like the Diamond Mountain. That thing gets huge. This is just going to be a nice little filler right here in the front. And then, look what I have. Oh my goodness. We found it, you guys. Mini Vista Supertunia Yellow. Ah, it's so pretty. So we have actually swapped out our entire front border where we had those other yellow petunias that shall not be named for this beauty. And it's stunning. It's really pretty. So this is going to act as my spiller. So I'm going to pop this right here in the front. Now this is a Mini Vista, so this is probably going to get quite big, but that's okay. She's right here on the edge. and she can just topple over and fill in this little spot. And that's it. Super simple. I'm gonna go grab some fill dirt, and then we'll get this in its place and water it in. Okay, just gonna fill in some of the areas here so all of the root balls are nice and protected. And things will settle a bit as we start to water. And this will be on irrigation as well. Oh, here comes Bailey. Hello, Bailey. All right. Gorgeous. A little bit in here. All right, I think we're ready to go put this in its place. Okay, you guys, we got it in its place. It's gonna be so pretty. Now, obviously the grass back here will pick up when we get more heat going, and then the petunia will fill over in the front, but I think it looks really pretty already, especially with the rest of the flowers. And I did wanna show you, we left one of these other petunias on purpose so you could see. I mean, there's like barely any blooms. There's like 2 blooms, but just look at it next to the Mini Vista Yellow. Just way better foliage, so many more blooms. I think it's gonna be nice. So I'm gonna switch these 2 out real quick, and then we'll wrap up this project. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a day here. It was a quick and simple project because it is finally now very hot here in North Carolina. We've had a sort of mild spring, and we officially hit summer a couple weeks ago, and the heat has come with it. So I am spending as little time outside as possible, and Brian is not with me today because he is a little bit under the weather. So I'm gonna go inside and check on him. But the container is looking really beautiful. It is set up on drip, so it will get drip every day now because it is so hot. Our irrigation system is running every day. And hopefully those things will start to fill in, and we'll just get to share the beauty with you guys all season long. That's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That helps us out a lot. And click that subscribe button down below so you get all of our content throughout the gardening season. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.